What's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. Thank you guys all so much for tuning back in for a new week of trading. And this week is definitely going to be a shorter week because it's Thanksgiving, so definitely excited for that. But as far as how the recap goes for today, as you guys can tell from the thumbnail, it was unfortunately another little hefty red day today. I was down right under $134 on the day, if I remember exactly, and the reason why we're down a little more is because we decided, me and my brother, to take a few more swing trades towards the end of the market. And I'll talk about that briefly, but as far as day trading, here are all my filled orders, 143 today. So definitely on the larger side today. And yeah, my first trade ended up starting off with TQQQs at 6:34 in the morning. So 4 minutes after the market opened up, and I'm going to talk to you guys about why I wanted to get in and why I ended pretty red today. And yeah, so let's just jump right into it. So right around here was when the market opened up at 6:30 in the morning, and today, just as you can see from looking at the charts, NQ, although it did appear in hindsight to have a pretty easy to identify pattern, right? It was just pretty much downtrending today, trending between this middle VWAP here and the bottom VWAP. It did have, in my opinion, a lot of different fake outs, and the reason for that I'm gonna talk to you guys about in a second, but this was when the market opened up and we did have a push, a nice rally up right before leading into it. And obviously, as you can see, there was a lot of different quick and big, pretty drastic changes of direction, right? The Nasdaq would want to end up having these nice big green candles, making you think it was going to start to surge, only for it to follow with like a big red candle right after, and then a big green candle right after. So a lot of fake outs happening for sure. That's why I definitely think it may not be the smartest to take a trade kind of the first 5-10 minutes after the market opens up. Maybe let it settle a bit for half an hour or something. But I had decided to take that risk, and right around here, I decided to buy into TQQQ, thinking we were gonna try and keep uptrending, keep this pattern trending between the middle VWAP and the top VWAP. And I thought we were gonna try and get some balance, and ultimately we didn't. It kept falling. I flushed out, and I ended up getting into the inverse SQQQ. So just to remind you guys again, SQQQ acts in direct inverse of the Nasdaq. So if you guys see here, it's gonna look exactly the opposite, right? That looks really messy. So let me go ahead and take out my trades for you there. But this is how it looked, right? The exact opposite. It was pretty much just uptrending on the day. And I decided to want to look to get into that once I saw the Nasdaq did want to keep falling. So as it started to falling, I decided to get in only for it to get caught in this other fake out, right? So that's basically the moral of the story today. I definitely ended up getting caught in too many fake outs. Today was a day where the Nasdaq maybe wasn't trading as clearly as it has some other times before, so I definitely maybe should have looked to not be so aggressive today. I kept taking trade after trade thinking I found the bottom or top, and ultimately I paid the price, right? So today, what was my biggest mistake? It was definitely not going with the overall trend on the day. So many times I would see NQ kind of sell off hard, right? Approach the bottom VWAP and kind of try and find some type of support. Ultimately, it never really found the support, right? It ends up just continuously making lower lows and lower highs. But I kept getting caught in these fake outs because by the time the Nasdaq pushed, let's say, right around here in the bottom VWAP, it had these big green candles making me think there was going to be some type of recovery. So I'd buy into TQQQ, and as it started going, I would average up only to keep getting flushed down, right? And of course, when I finally start to go with direction of SQs, it ends up being a TQs play, like I kind of wanted. And the reason for that is basically, to sum it up, is although the Nasdaq did sell off a lot and direction was going with SQQQ on the day, it doesn't make sense at all for me to continuously just be hopeful that SQQQ is going to keep running the whole day, right? It's very unrealistic, and once the Nasdaq has sold off this large amount, as you can see it clearly did, it's not some type of surprise that it could find some little bounce, because at these levels, the Nasdaq is without a doubt looking oversold, right? Because it has pretty aggressively been constantly selling off all day. It wouldn't be the biggest surprise, like I just said, right, to find some type of bounce. But Ultimately, it did find a support, ends up coming a middle VWAP, only to keep kind of following the pattern and getting rejected. It didn't really want to cross this level. So I didn't keep that in mind, and I should have looked to be more, just to pay attention more to SQQQ today. Today I definitely paid more attention to TQQQ, like I said, trying to find a reversal, but you should never try and predict the bottom of anything. You should try and go with the flow, so I'm definitely going to be working on that. And as far as the Nasdaq, I honestly think it wasn't the most clear today because of where it's been trading on the bigger time frames. Here it is on the 180 days, so this is half a year, and right here we're approaching a potential area where it's pretty iffy on what's gonna happen, right? No one really knows if the Nasdaq is gonna try and find some type of support here like it had before and try to find these higher lows and higher highs and keep pushing up, or whether it kind of peaked out here and it's gonna start to try and fizzle down. So we're kind of on some dicey territory, and I think with being around here where it's an area that's not so clear in the big time frames is why we're finding so much chop, right? People are aware that the Nasdaq definitely can rally or end up selling off. It doesn't have to do one or the other. Either is definitely an option, and people are just on the lookout for that. So that's what I want to leave you guys with for the recap. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely could do a lot better, and yeah, just excited to come back tomorrow for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. It really means a lot, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.